On the last video of fixing Nick's R32. So this is the bumper for the car. We haven't started prepping it yet because we'll do the side skirts and the bumpers and the wing and stuff separately. We're going to try and fix this big crack that's in it. We're going to plastic weld it, and I've brought some of my plastic welding gear from work because I do a bit of it at work. But at work we mainly do chemicals, so the plastics that the filler rod we have is only got polypropylene and PVC. Pretty sure the bumper's ABS, so we'll try some of these rods. If they don't stick, you can use other things like any plastic that's the right, so you can use like cable ties or you can use anything like that to try and weld it. So we'll try the polypropylene PVC, see what happens. Okay, I'm just going to sand all the paint off from around the crack because we're melting the plastic. The paint will all melt and go into plastic and ruin the weld. And this is a job for the power sander. Put ways into this. It makes very hot air.
Very pointedly hot air.
Yeah. There's a crack there as well. What do we got here? Let's give this mystery plastic a shot, see if it sticks.
Mystery plastic.
Just let it cool down for a second.
That's like a tack weld in the world of plastic welding.
I don't think mystery plastic's going to stick.
That's why I did this from behind.
We'll do the front and the back, then we'll have to sand it down. What's this one? This is polypropylene. Pretty sure polypropylene is not going to stick. Although, if I had to put money on any of the ones we've got sticking, I reckon it'll be this one.
Why?
It's because polypropylene sounds like something you'd make a bumper out of.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, you get polypropylene body kits and stuff.
Just sounds like polyurethane.
Yeah, but it should stick. I think polypropylene should stick to polyurethane. Oh yeah, it feels like the melting temperature of the polypropylene is closer to the bumper.
That's a good point. Before you weren't melting the front bumper.
I just welded this top bit. It's probably the best looking one out of the lot, but I'll give it a couple of goes on the inside and then hopefully that'll sand it back. I think I might have to do this with the angle grinder because it's clogging the sandpaper pretty good with the plastic getting stuck in it.
Yeah, it's not really cutting through it particularly quickly.
Just melting and sticking to the sandpaper. We're just pulling the car out of the booth. We've got all the side skirts and the bumpers and stuff ready to paint, so we'll pull the car out. Probably tomorrow we're going to wet sand the glitter and the clear on it to get it looking shiny again. Once the car's done, the body kit will probably be ready to go and then ready for final assembly. It's the first time seeing what the car looks like out of the spray booth. Oh, I need the door into the... Oh.
That's right, it's going to happen lots in my driveway anyway.
So we've got all the bits laid out. We had to sort of think pretty carefully with these because as you're walking around with the gun, you're dragging the hose behind you. So you want to think about where you're going to drag the hose and not knock stuff over. And I've got it so like the tops of the bumpers and side skirts are facing in. because most of the painting I'll be doing is from this facing inside, and then like most of the paint, the easiest side to paint will be the top side, and then when I'm trying to crawl down the side here without bumping into them, the chances of getting a not as good finish are higher, but it's the bottom of the bumpers that's on this side. And as far as the stuff hanging up, just got to be mindful of the order, because the paint will overspray will fall from the one at top to the one underneath and give it a shit finish. So paint the top ones first and then the bottom ones. And then obviously, like walking down the back here, I want to paint the end stuff first and then walk back, so I'm not walking past like freshly painted stuff. So hopefully it all goes to plan, and I've planned my route around the booth out properly. And then we'll mix up some paint and paint it. Why does this splash so much? How are you supposed to get the stuff out of this bottle without making a huge mess? Yeah, it's on the bottom. You can sand it out if you're not worried, but...
Everyone likes clear mixing videos. Delicious. So this is the first coat of clear with glitter in it going on at the moment. Not sure we'll be able to see anything, but we'll have a look. This is clear with no sparkles going on. And it's interesting that as soon as you like lay the clear down, it goes from being blue to being rainbowy. Now that I've said that, you probably won't be able to fucking see a thing, but see what happens. Still blue. I'm making up stories. There we go, now the rainbow's coming out.
This is hopefully the last mix of clear to cover the bumpers and the side skirts and stuff. We'll let this one dry overnight and then see tomorrow morning how filled in the glitter is, and if we reckon we should do any more or not.
Probably not.
We'll see. Or even maybe if it depends on what looks after this, we might decide. But I'm pretty sure this will be the last one.
It looks like a lot of clear.
It disappears pretty fast though. The clear doesn't like...
Was that the same amount you mixed up before?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you lay it on pretty thick.
Yeah. And yeah. If it was a gloss colour, not glitter, one mix this much would have done the whole car, I reckon.
Yeah. That's why we bought more.
Okay, so I think I'm done with the clear on these. I've tried to put enough coats of clear on that the glitter texture is not coming through. I think I've done an alright job. You can see some of them sticking up there, but these have so many edges on them that I think we've got a good chance of accidentally sanding through an edge and sanding into the flake, which would ruin it. So I think we're better off with a bit of a rough finish. It's not rough, it's not like pure flake. You can see it is glossy. I think we're better off with a few little pinhead sharp bits sticking up than we are with trying to sand it and then accidentally sanding all the way through. This wing was probably the hardest spot because this is the top that you'll see, and it's facing down away from the light, so it was really hard to tell how my clear was going on. It's pretty orange peely, but there's no runs in it. We'll see how smooth it looks, but yeah, everything else looks like it's turned out alright. So we'll bake it for a bit at 45 degrees for half an hour, let it cool down overnight, and then we're going to come out. The car, we're going to wet sand the bonnet and the boot lid because those big flat surfaces are really obvious that they're not perfect, and then hopefully we should be able to put it all together, see how it looks. So we're just giving the car a sand down now. You can see the bonnet's all matte, not shiny anymore. There's still a few bits where you can see the sparkle, little lumps from the sparkles, so I've got to keep sanding till they're gone. But once that's gone, you give it one more coat of clear, then it should be like a nice glossy paint job with no texture left from the glitter in it anymore. Right, this car's sanded down and taped up again. You can see it's pretty matte and not shiny looking, so hopefully the shininess comes back. But start painting it.
Sparkles are back.
Well, in the end I reckon it was probably worth sanding it. The bonnet and stuff's a lot more like smooth and glossy and not like rough looking. I think overall the best spot, I'm probably happiest with the back of the boot lid. Like, it's got like no orange peel and there's like no run or anything in it. It's like, just looks like glass, and that's just the finish straight out of the gun, so we're not going to be polishing or refinishing this. There's a little bit here under the mirror, like just around this area where I don't think I put enough clear on. It's got like, it's really orange peely and a bit dull, but under the mirror it'll be fine. Other than that, everything else looks like it's come out super shiny and smooth looking. So, very happy with that. Nick's been busy putting the bumpers and the lights and the side skirts and stuff on. We've got to get a couple of washers to get the wing to fit because it's an S14 wing, not an R32, just to space the edges of it up. But finally get to drive it outside on a sunny day and see how it looks. Oh yes, finally in the sun, it's exciting. That looks cool. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah. That good.
Not in the sun. Alright, so finally finished Nick's car. Decided best thing to test it out would be take it to a drift day. So we're here at Marulan, which is like the first time they've run a drift event here for a long time. The car's looking good, it's got its bumpers and stuff on, it's got its wing, so changed some wheels and get out ready to drive.
Get out and crash.
Hopefully not crash. driving back from the event. All up, paint job looked cool. A lot of people I heard them in the crowd and stuff when I was taking video saying it looked cool, which I'm pretty happy with.
Yeah.
It looked really nice in the sun.
It's a nice sunny day, luckily.
Yeah, it came out, well, it was a bit cloudy in the morning, came out nice. All up, the car ended up looking pretty straight at the end. It looks like it hasn't been in a big accident. It all looks nice and straight. There are lots of people a few people that saw it got crashed in the first place were pretty happy with it came out. You're happy with the results from everything?
Definitely. Yeah, people couldn't believe that we actually fixed it, so
yeah. I think
that's good.
All up, under $1,500 in materials and stuff. I think we worked out we spent about 50 hours together all up on it. Most of that was doing the wrong thing when we were bogging it, putting the bog on in the wrong technique, but we'll know for next time. Next time we probably get it done in half the time. But yeah, so it seemed like a successful event. I'm sure we'll probably see some more videos, damage repair videos in the future. But yeah, have a look at my other videos and we'll see you on the next video.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. And buy my stickers. They're in the
They're down below.
down below. Stickers are down below in the thing.